What's good, everyone? You're listening to WPKN 89.5 FM, Bridgeport, Connecticut. This is Golden Hours with your host, Gold Eris, and I am live in the studio tonight. I'm so pumped to be here, and I'm here with Rob Maresca and Chris Strange, local musical wizards, as I said before. Super talented, great guys. So we are going to be playing some of their music and talking about their process and where they are in the community and how things are going. And I just wanted to hear from Rob real quick. Rob, you there?
Hey.
How's it going?
Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's great for you to be here.
This is awesome.
Yeah, it's great to have you here. Great to have you here too, Chris. And so
Thanks,
I would like you to, Rob, if you don't mind, just introducing the first song that you'd like to be played.
So I'm going to play this track that we did last year at our 10-year anniversary of the Waltzrus, and it's a cover that the band did on their version of the Last Waltz. It's Georgia, and it's sung by Stephanie Harrison of the Moonrise Cartel.
Wow, sounds great. All right, this is Georgia, everyone. Yeah. Rob Maresca and Chris Strange. Let's go. Yeah.
Georgia, the whole day through, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my sweet and clean, just like moonlight through the pine. Other arms reach out to me, their eyes smile tenderly. Dreams at sea, the road leads back to you, Georgia, yeah. And no peace I find, just an old sweet song keeps Georgia on my mind, sweet song keeps your Georgia on my
Excellent.
Thank you, Park City.
Stephanie Harrison.
Thank you, Rob.
Thank you, Rob.
My pleasure.
That was excellent.
My pleasure to listen to Stephanie.
That was incredible.
Yeah.
Fantastic voice.
Wow. So welcome, you guys. Great to have you here tonight, and it's great. Really, it's such a pleasure to be supporting local talent, local music, local art, and that's really a part of what WPKN does. We support local Fairfield County and beyond, of course, but it is just so important that we're enriching the community here, and to have both of you on such talented and accomplished musicians is really quite an honor for me. So thank you for coming onto the show.
Thanks so much, Tom.
Yeah.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much. That's awesome.
Just wanted to put that out there real quick before we get started because it's really true. It's very special to have that kind of talent here. So thank you.
Don't discredit yourself, man. You have some great music yourself. Man.
Oh, stop it!
I enjoy playing as well.
Well, today we are going to focus on you two here tonight.
Who two?
Well, I guess we'll start with Rob.
Who's on first?
All right.
So Rob, how long have you been in the Connecticut music scene?
I mean, I don't think I've ever. The only time I ever really left Connecticut was when I went to school in New Hampshire. So I've been here from the beginning, you know.
Right.
When I was in high school, that was our first performance was at the acoustic.
Okay.
God, it's amazing.
So you're OG times.
I suppose I am.
Yeah.
Or just a grandpa, I guess, at this point.
So for the listeners who don't know, the acoustic was a venue before COVID, and now it is Park City Music Hall, which is in Bridgeport, Connecticut.
But even before that, it was its own. It was a very small called the Acoustic.
Oh,
and that's when it was, kind of started as a coffee kind of lounge and have local acts come and play. Had a lot of young kids. The youth were there. They had a lot of shows for kids, and then that evolved into a bigger performance area. But on the Strip, it was the only place close by to actually perform.
Wow, yeah.
And the Beanery on the Par 3 in Fairfield was another youth club that they had like Mighty Purple, all these touring acts that were, when you're a kid, you think these guys are like old, but they were probably, college when they were doing that stuff.
Wow, yeah.
Fresh out of high school, some of them, I'm sure. So and then the Fairfield Avenue, the acoustic, actually got purchased by a couple of musicians themselves who were patrons of the place, and they turned it into a bigger venue, and it got bigger and bigger, and then eventually now it's Park City.
Yeah,
and it's still been a music hub all these years, which is great. Yeah. And of course, we can't forget about the great Walrus and Carpenter, where a lot of these things were birthed from.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, there's a great little musical hub in the area, and it's been there for a long time, and it's good to know that it's been there since I was a kid. Yeah,
it's been a long time, and it's really good insight for me because my husband and I, we came to Bridgeport in 2019, so we missed that history.
Super noob.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I guess we are super noobs. Yeah, but yeah.
Where did you come from?
So Westchester County, New York.
Okay, so a little different, but
yeah, a little bit different. But we broke into the music scene. My husband's a lighting director at New York City. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's and singer songwriter myself.
Yep.
But
So how far were you? What's the venue where you would hang out at the time when you were there?
Yeah, we're in Westchester.
Oh, I started this music journey once we moved here. Honestly, I was writing at home.
Gotcha.
In my room.
Nice.
But, yeah. Actually, that leads me to a question.
Okay.
Original music. I'm going forward because
hanging in my room has led me to a question.
I'm skipping ahead a little bit, actually, in my questions because I'm curious. I know. Well, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. I really am. So let's first and foremost, the projects you both are involved in. There are quite a few. Am I right?
How long do you have? We're gonna just short this roll of paper down. It's gonna go for miles.
I mean,
it's like a Christmas list, right?
We just wrapped up an amazing show at Park City. Speaking of this past Saturday, the Tom Petty night show. That Robbie is basically musical director, CEO, treasurer, operations, janitor.
What's the name of the group, just so listeners can
It's
hear?
called Tom Petty Night, and it's on Robbie's website. You can see the links to all of it. I mean, we're in a lot of tributes together, but it's marescamusic.com.
Thank you.
Okay.
So everything there is kind of like, funneled. So there's that. There's a Bruce Springsteen tribute. There's obviously the Last Waltzrus that we promote around Thanksgiving every year.
Van Morrison.
Why is it called the Last Waltz?
Good
Waltzrus?
question. I'm so glad you asked, Robbie.
The rich history.
Yes.
Well, let's give credit where credit's due. Joe Farrell, the proprietor of Walrus and Carpenter when it was in Black Rock. Was a big hub for not just barbecue, but some music. And Joe was always a music buff, and he always wanted to have music in some capacity at his place. And his brainchild was, you should do a tribute to the Last Waltz. You should do a Last Waltz show.
Yeah.
And then, of course, was like, okay, well, let me go watch the movie again, for one thing, and study who the band is. And for a couple other people, it was like, what's the Last Waltz? I feel like 10 years ago, not many people really knew what it was, but and Joe was a guy I went to high school with. We grew up together, and we always played music together. He was a bass player, and I actually ended up playing drums in his band. And he tells everybody I'm the best drummer he knows. And I'm like, are you crazy?
So,
I know, it's wild.
I know you're a guitarist. I did not
Terrible
know.
drummer.
I did not know you were a drummer.
I'm not.
I severely doubt that you were a terrible drummer.
I'm only a drummer because the drummers that I played with left their drum sets in my parents' basement.
Whoops.
So thank you for doing that, guys. Yeah, so, he had the idea, and we facilitated it. We knew all the musicians in the area, and he had some guys that came playing blues, Matt Roan, Don Chapman, and, of course, there's so many other people involved in the waltz, John Pioli, Liz Ashkins, and a beautiful voice.
Yes.
Those are kind of the originators, Jake Habegger on drums as well, Kenny Owens, and then we grew a horn section. Now we play with David Savitsky on the sax, Brian Borelli on the trombone,
Your boy,
Eric Zeiser on the trumpet, John Pioli plays pedal steel. We have Alex Swift on the bass. We've had in the
Donnie
past
Piero on the bass too.
Andy
for the
Dabkin. This is the waltz has always been a production of guests and a big group, and it's a big celebration of music and other people's music. So
it's a family.
You heard Georgia. Georgia's not a song written by the band, but
Right.
Georgia, the band did a number of versions of songs at the Waltz, especially because they had these special guests. Neil Young, David Clapton, Joni Mitchell.
The Stable Singers version of The Wait is my favorite.
When she goes,
just
she claps.
The pops version on that is that's the killing one.
And for everybody that hasn't seen The Last Waltz, it is the first musical documentary that was filmed in 35 millimeter by Martin Scorsese. So I recommend everybody watch that.
Scorsese.
You really haven't kind of watched any musical documentaries until you watch the original. And
busted.
And Dan Carlucci, of course. I wasn't finished naming everybody.
We
Jesus
literally
Christ.
we're on a live stream. For those of you who don't know, live stream.
Dan
We
Carlucci,
literally
hitching the
just
giddy
got
up,
the phone.
everybody.
This is good radio, though. Dan, thank you for doing that.
Bob Shuggy jumping in for
the Busted of the Week prize goes to Rob Maresca. Wow.
Oh my God, I killed it. You know what? Listen. There's so many
good.
people that are involved with this show, and that have so many people that have done it in the past.
Yeah, Dan is one of
10
the
years we've done
critical
it.
players, and for you to kind of leave, that's wow.
Wow. It's not. He's the best.
Let's
dude.
fan the flames.
Dan
Call
always
in.
does the Neil Young.
Call in.
The Neil Young. His favorite tune is Acadian Driftwood.
And mine too.
And it's
beautiful.
It's a great song. And there's not a lot of people play some of these tunes. Acadian Driftwood's not something that
Waltzrus?
Okay,
Is that
back
am
to
I
the
saying
name.
that right?
Back to the name of where the actual.
I'm just stuck on it.
came
I'm
from.
sorry.
Long-winded stories.
Terrible. I'm terrible at this.
Look at the Last Waltzrus.
The movie's called The Last Waltz. His restaurant is Walrus and Carpenter.
Beautiful.
Yes.
I love it.
Yeah.
Check them out, you guys. And then, so any other projects before I get into question number 6 or so?
Uh,
I didn't know there was going to be math. Okay, here we go.
I'm clearly terrible at math.
We do a reggae thing with Benny Mikula from the Alpaca Gnomes.
Yeah, Benny Mikula
and Chris
the
Cavalier
Gnomes.
plays guitar in that, and that's so much fun. I play bass in that band.
Yep. Also, we did a performance here a couple months ago. An awesome band called Old Bob. It's all later day Bob Dylan music with Brian Anderson, Kenny Owens, Chris Cavalier, and myself.
Yeah, and I thought I made these guys learn a lot of songs for Petty and the Waltz, but these guys know 100 Bob Dylan songs.
Yeah.
We had Chris Cavalier. Shout out to Chris Cavalier.
Yeah, Chris.
He came on. He came on the air, and we did a full performance and everything
awesome.
on
He's
Golden
incredible.
Hours. It was really
He's
it was
a
quite
phenomenal
fun.
player, man. Chris
He is phenomenal.
He's the man.
Phenomenal local artist in Bridgeport.
Everybody
We're
that
lucky.
I named
We're
is
lucky.
phenomenal. Okay?
Yeah.
This whole town
Very
is
lucky.
full of phenomenal people, including Dan Carlucci, and I didn't forget you, okay?
Well,
And if I'm certainly, there was a couple other people I didn't mention either. John Chapman, Donnie Piero, Matt Rowan, if
Yeah.
I didn't mention those guys.
I did.
Blues Cats that play
Oh,
at
I did.
Walrus Alley all the time. There's so many people
There's
that are
a-
involved with this project, that have been involved with this project, and all these tributes for 10 years, and they're so good. And I just want to thank all those guys while I have a minute.
Thank you.
for sticking it out with me for all this time. And
And
we love you.
I understand you guys have done Beatles tributes as well.
Yes,
Of course.
Yes, we have. Yes,
And Tom,
the
you-
Wild Honey Pies is the name of that
Right.
project.
Connor Andrews on the drums.
Deep cuts.
Alex Swifty plays bass on that. And
Yep.
Dan, of course, Dan sings, and it was Dan's idea last year to do.
He's an integral part of that project.
Dan is so good with the set list, man. He really puts a lot of thought into how the layout of the show is going to go. And that was one of my most fun gigs we did last year, was doing Let It Be and Abbey Road together. Because
That was
who
amazing.
did that?
No
Whoever
one
did that?
Who does that?
And you know what?
That was a very fun night.
That was so much fun.
I was there for that.
I
You
know.
certainly were. Let It Be
Crushed
and oh my God, the
I Want You, She's So Heavy.
Yes.
I remember
Yes.
when the files were floating around. Yeah, there's about 18 vocal tracks on this. Here they are, isolated.
Deep.
All right, guys. So let's see. You're in. So you have a bunch of different cover groups that are really successful, and
It's a core group of players who do a lot of different music.
right.
Yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Any original projects for either of you, or
In the past, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we work with, again, I think Robbie mentioned, an amazing artist, Liz Ashkins. We're going
Yes.
to get in the studio this winter and get some of her stuff committed to tape too, because it's awesome and it needs to be, out there and stuff too. So really rooting for that.
I did see her at Black Rock Porch Fest.
Yes.
she was fantastic
At Robbie's house.
at Robbie's house. I was there.
See how the family thing, it's just, yeah. That was a lot of fun. It was
Yeah.
a good show.
It was great.
The
And
Black
and-
Rock fam.
Yeah, yeah.
Steve Grade played last year. We had a 20-year reunion. That was fun.
Oh, cool.
That band doesn't play much often, but I remember very fond memories of, building the music scene with that band for a long time. So check them out if you haven't. Steve Grade, a lot of originals, and Connor's band, Big Signature, is going to be having some stuff in the works. They're going to be worth checking out. That's Johnny Brito and Chris Intelangelo, who does a lot of the mixing of the live stuff for us. And the Georgia you just heard, he's responsible for mixing that as well.
And I forgot one original project. He does covers too, but his name is Rafael Lima. He has a band called the Toro Band. Connor and I play in that. And then, we've got some amazing rhythm section players on there too.
How do you keep track of all those
This
bands?
is the only way. If I didn't have a phone or, just someone like calling me constantly, wake up, you have a rehearsal now.
Cool.
You get to the point where there's no reminders on your phone anymore.
No, it's just you assume.
It's automatic.
I assume
yeah.
I'm going to be at Knott Hill. I'm going to be at Walrus Alley. I'm going to be definitely at Park City. I'm going to be Bryac.
Bryac, of course.
All
That's
of
like our
these
mini
great
tour.
venues I
Yes.
don't have to announce. Thank you, Chris
There you go,
Strange. Radio. So we got Bryac.
Oh my God.
We got Bryac's great. It's kind of like one of my favorite places to play because of the freedom there. I don't know what it is. Certain places you get in, and you just know, like you're gonna have a great time playing there. The stage is perfect.
We got an FTC.
FTC and the Warehouse is a great place.
Big supporters.
Yep. What else am I forgetting? Westport County Playhouse. I haven't played. I know they have music, but I haven't been there.
Westport Country Playhouse?
Westport Country, yeah.
Oh my God, I have a
Original.
horror story. My sister used to work there, and she's like, "Why don't you get Steve Grade to come and play, and we'll do like a little gala." I'm like, "That sounds great." So, of course, it was like on a random day during the week.
Yeah.
And I was responsible for bringing all the gear, and I brought everything except our drummer's foot pedal for his bass drum. So he
you kicked
literally couldn't play the kick, and he went back to go get it. And I'm sitting there, there's a whole band. I don't have my acoustic, but I'm like playing fingerstyle, Here Comes the Sun, trying to occupy some time, waiting for Dylan to get back, only to play like 5 tunes before we had to get out of there. So I'll never forget that, and I'm sorry to my band. I'm sorry
Cue
to the
Larry
Westport Country
David
Playhouse.
sound effect. Right.
We'll be happy
there.
to come back and play for you again.
Wow.
It's okay. Well, sorry.
I guess to wrap things up a little further, what would your advice be? Since I am relatively new to Bridgeport and the music scene here, and maybe there are some listeners who are also relatively new to the music scene here, what would your advice be to newcomers?
You mean more as like a participant, like a musician, or like I want to go check out.
I
all
would say
stuff,
musicians, like up and coming artists, original or in a cover group, or just trying to get into the scene, break
say
into
yes.
the scene.
Like I remember when I was at I played. I think John put on this show. It was really cool. It was a Wes Anderson night show. That's how I met Al. That's how I met.
I was there for that.
Yes, it was incredible, and the decor, it was so great, and a great night. It was held on April 20th, I believe. So a festive time. And the good thing about that was like I met Brian Anderson backstage for the first time, like after that show. And he's like, "Hey, I'm doing this Bob Dylan thing. It's his 81st birthday. I don't know none of those songs." And I was just like, "Yeah, that sounds great. Like, we'll figure it out."
Just say yes.
And then that led to another thing. And that led to another
Nate asked
thing.
you to do all of Alice Cooper's...
Alice Cooper. We did an amazing show of all Alice Cooper music for Halloween with Nathaniel Hintz, who's also incredible.
Yeah, he's great too. Yeah,
He's just he's a force of nature. His command of the crowd is unbelievable.
See, now in my brain, I'm like, okay, I gotta have her on. I gotta have him on.
You know what my dream, speaking of Dan earlier, and like it's really like just my general, I don't know, whatever, not getting it done. But our dream has been to have some kind of documentary kind of thing about this music culture and scene, because it's very...
I thought Dan had somebody that really wanted to do that. I was like, I got all the footage, man. How far back do you want to go?
Do, but like it needs somebody to kind of like, champion it and whatever. But
there is a story to be told, of the history of here.
Lots.
And I it's funny because every time I would watch SNL, now SNL used to have the Fairfield stop, right? You'd see the bands play, and they'd have all the stops off the metro or off the train, and now they added the metro. So it's Fairfield Metro, and it's been so many people. Great. A Dinky Bar had Soul Life here. Yeah. We were able to get them for a gig 10 years ago, and Cyril Neville showed up. And I remember they were able to book him, and he didn't know where he was playing. So he walked in, and the first thing he said was, "How the fuck they booked me here?" And then the last thing he said was, "How was the most fun show we played all night, all tour?"
He had to hit the dump button really fast.
Yeah, he did.
He was trained. That was good.
And I also think that there's a wide variety of different genres in the community.
Yes.
I mean, singer-songwriters, such as myself.
Yep.
People who are covering different artists.
Yes.
There's places for you to play your music, man. Open mic nights. Park City's got the singer-songwriter thing now that they did for a while.
There's a lot of opportunity, and it's great for you guys to be here and be in support of that with WPKN, with Golden Hours. Any last thoughts for you guys or words of encouragement for us listeners?
Robbie?
Well, it's funny because I would say, back when we were really doing these things, nobody was super buried in their devices. Things are so busy now. And I think after COVID, people, they had to get out, and things are like so fast paced now than they've ever been, is to, you got to go out and you got to see people, even though you got a long day at work and sometimes you just want to kick it. You got to interact. You got to be social. The whole thing is about being and talking to people and having those experiences, and this is the place to do it. And there's so much great stuff just in the whole state to go to that. People got to get out there, man. Let people know what you do. Don't be shy. Make some friends. Set a date. Do some jamming.
Nice.
All it takes is 2 guitars
and also
and a piano, a garage band piano.
San Dimas High School football rules, rather. Computers are bigger, smaller.
No, it's great. Yeah. Cool. Well, thank you again.
Thank you so much, man.
We got Chris Strange here.
Appreciate it.
We got Rob Maresca here. Amazing local musicians. Thank you. This has been such an enthusiastic and fun interview with you guys. I really, really enjoyed talking to you, and we'll have to have you back
Should
on.
we give the last? Should we tell people to come though? The last waltz.
The
Whenever.
upcoming performances. Let's go.
Yeah.
Upcoming performances.
Okay, the most important one coming up is Last Waltzrus. That's the Thanksgiving Eve, Wednesday night before Thanksgiving.
That's the 26th.
26th, yeah.
26th of November.
And then we're going to do the Born in the USA. We're doing Bruce on January 16th.
Yep.
Those are both at Park City Music Hall, Fairfield Ave, Bridgeport.
And then I'm going to be playing November 21st with the Toro Band with Raphael I mentioned before. That's at Notch 8 in Bethel. And then on the 28th, we've got the Last Minute Men. That's 2 drummers in that band. That's Kenny Owens and Connor Andrews.
Oh, those guys.
Johnny
are
Chapman,
ridiculous.
me, and Donnie Piero. It's a lot
That's
of fun.
something to see, man.
That's
fun.
like a experimental whirlwind.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Thanks again, guys.
Cool.
Do you want to announce the next song?
What are we?
Oh yeah, this is we're gonna play another track by the one guy I did not mention who is joined the show for a couple songs now, and that is Larry Rodriguez. He's gonna be
Yes.
singing Ophelia. And he also joins us for Tennessee Jet. I threw in there because this is a fun song, and Levon's version of that tune is great.
Singing and drumming.
Singing and drumming. Yeah, give it up to Larry.
Give it up.
Big
Shout out
Moon.
Larry.
And that's with he plays Will Vega, who was also a big important guy in the history of the acoustic.
That's true. Yep.
So
Yeah.
Will, Larissa De Lorenzo, and David Webster, and everybody that's been put their hands in the pot, and of course John, the originator of the very first acoustic, and Joe Farrell for the Walrus and Carpenter. And Bryac and the great community we have in Black Rock. Even if you live out of town, man, just come and have a good time with us.
And go see that show. Buy those tickets.
Thank you.
Support
Thank
those
you.
artists.
And listen to Golden Hours. This is amazing. Amazing
Oh,
stuff.
thank you. Thanks for coming through.
Fantastic.
Thanks
Yeah.
for supporting WPKN and coming to Golden Hours with Gold Eris.
All right.
Thank you, Chris. Thank you, Rob.
Thank you.
Here's Ophelia.
Boards on the window, mail by the door. Why would anybody leave so quick before Ophelia? Where have you gone? Your neighborhood just ain't the same. Nobody knows just what became of Ophelia. Tell me what went wrong. Was it something that somebody said? Mama, you know we broke the rules. Was somebody up against the law? Honey, you know that I died for you. Got your number, let's get it running. But I'm still waiting for the second coming of Ophelia. Please darken my door. Was it something